How are you doing, Peter? Could you give us a quick update on the economic
Sure, yeah, we've got quite a few things going on at the moment, and in no particular order. We've set up a link with the Waltham Forest Trades Council, which is an umbrella organisation for trade unions in the Waltham Forest, London Borough, near Walthamstow. We had a preliminary meeting with them a few weeks ago, and this Saturday, whatever date this Saturday is, I think it's the 21st, we've got an actual open day, which is at somewhere called Harmony Hall, and in Walthamstow, and there are going to be a lot of people from the Trades Council coming along, lots of members of the public have been invited, and Occupy will be there. And Michael Gold, who is a member of the Waltham Forest Trades Council and is an Occupy, will be speaking. He'll be giving a kind of a brief overview of what Occupy is about, what drives us, what we want to do, particularly the Economics Working Group perspective. And then there'll be an open question and answer session. So it's basically an outreach event, getting Economics Working Group specifically, and Occupy generally, out into the community. So we've got that being organised. We've got a proposal that we're currently working on, which needs firming up at the moment, so it's still fairly vague, but it's to do with an idea that one of the members of the Economics Working Group had for using the government's money printing campaign, sometimes called quantitative easing. Though quantitative easing is something slightly different, but I won't go into detail now. Basically using the money, instead of using it to buy government bonds and then the money goes to the banks and then the banks don't do anything with it, as I'm sure a lot of people read in the press, using that money to actually fund house building. And house building is something which stimulates the economy, it boosts people's morale, and of course it deals with the massive issue of homelessness, which is a huge problem in this country. That needs to be looked at, and there are some specific details about how that would work, so it's not yet a proposal, but it's something that we are looking at. And then another thing that we're working on at the moment is the Economics Handbook. Economics is a black art to a lot of people. It's very complex, they find it quite boring, quite dry, and yet economics and the current system that we live under is the key and the heart of all our problems, really. So what we want to do is, rather than come up with prescriptive solutions and a manifesto to say this is what the government should be doing, and then people have to sit there and think, well, I don't really understand it, and is that right, is it the answer, isn't it the answer? What we want to produce is a handbook of economics, very simple, very basic, just explaining the key points of lots and lots of different areas, not saying what's right and what's wrong, but just informing people. So it's going to be like a little reference book, and it'll cover things like fractional reserve banking, use of derivatives, bankers' bonuses, quantitative easing, the principles behind the government's support of austerity versus alternative ways of doing it, and also slightly new sort of paradigms, things like land value tax, things like peer-to-peer lending, different ways of running the financial system. So it's going to be a leaflet, probably 30 pages long, with one topic on each page, which we will give to everyone in Occupy and also members of the public. Any event we go to, any outreach event, any stalls we have, give it to people and say, this is what's going on, these are the salient points, go away, think about it, talk about it, discuss it, and then pressure your MPs, pressure your local councillors, whatever, but just to get people informed and talking about economics. Because the problem at the moment is most people know that the current system is broken, they know it's fundamentally unfair, they don't really understand why. We want to get people talking about understanding why.
Yeah, that's brilliant, Peter. Obviously people are going to be asking at home, where can they get this booklet? Could you...
well, we haven't actually produced it yet, but once it's been produced, what I suspect we'll do is we will all have copies of it, so any Occupy event there will be copies of it available. But anybody who isn't able to go to an Occupy event, what we'd like to do is have a thing on the website, and possibly we can send them out to people. So, so I would say check the website for those people that aren't coming to Occupy events regularly.
Okay, that's brilliant. Thanks very much.